We're picking up back where we left off with the post-game content. Hey guys, EndoPlasmite here. We're here with the next episode of EndoPlasmite Plays Pokemon LeafGreen. Last episode, we made mistakes, but then we fixed the mistakes, and we proceeded onwards to visit the now Sevi Islands instead of the Tri-Islands. We completed all we needed to do right now here at 4 Island. So now we actually have to progress to the next part of the adventure, 5 Island. Where another fun adventure situation is about to take place. And that situation involves once again having to store away a Pokemon. Once again, Flareon is going to have to sit on the sidelines for a bit. Before we actually head east, because that's where the next part of our adventure is, we actually need to go upwards. As there's a certain event in the water labyrinth that we need to collect. Yes, I said collect. Eventually we'll get there, you know? Oh. Kind of hard because it's a water labyrinth. Ha. Dance magic dance. Dance magic dance. Ha, labyrinth. It's funny. Funny stuff. Labyrinth. Make joke. Labyrinth. David Bowie. Pants. Talk to this guy. Also, new music. We have an egg. Also, we have a trainer to fight. A new type of trainer, I believe. Pokemon breeders. And if you notice, there's immediately a level jump. Of trainers. These are trainers that could actually probably challenge the Elite Four. They wouldn't win every time, but they could definitely challenge it. New Pokemon enters the ring. Marill. Meryl. Or Meryl. We've already covered this. Let people just say them however they want to say the names. Now also just to show, we have an egg. It's already at a state of moving occasionally. So now we just have to survive the water labyrinth. What kind of magic spell do you use? Another new Pokemon, Hoppip. Hoppip was actually the first shiny that I've encountered in Pokemon Scarlet. Fun little fact. He's making regrets because of Team Rocket being on this island. Also, if you notice, the new Pokemon that are obtainable in the area are such low in level compared to the Pokemon that are higher in level, which are older Pokemon. trying to remember if Team Rocket members have any newer Pokemon added to their team. So far, we haven't seen anything new. Also, for what it's worth, these new Pokemon that are going to be added into this, not to spoil anything, but to spoil something, are all going to be Johto-based Pokemon. There are no Hoenn-based Pokemon in this adventure. Hoenn Pokemon it will be for a different game. Still wasn't enough. Oh no, it's using Minimize and sharply raising its evasiveness. Not really sharply, but what am I gonna do? I guess I'll just use the move that's always gonna hit. Is this real life? Also, I see the item over there. I think there's a Sentret in this area, as well as the Hoppips. Max Potion. That's a strange looking Sentret. That's also a strange looking Sentret. And a strange looking Hoppip. Also, as a change-up, there's now a female Team Rocket Grunt. Although there hasn't been during this game series. Wasted its time trying to stockpile. I will switch to Dodrio, because it gives me a chance to fly. Fly, you fool! There's another Gloom to fly. Testing something. I forget the answer, and I think I know the answer. Yeah, that's a little later on. I'm here to kick your butts. That's what's going on. Ouch. That hurt. Probably because of the high level that these Pokemon are. So the game plan with Pincers, at least, I'm going to keep using the experience share on it until it gets to level 60. pass it off to another Pokemon. Might give it to Dugtrio. What was supposed to happen? What do you think was supposed to happen? Yep, I need a secondary password. PP up. We're actually going to head over to Memorial Pillar, where there's more Pokemon that we can encounter. Not really. It's just the same amount. There's more trainers. You can avoid the trainers. To avoid the trainers is the thing. Bird brains. I'm fighting the bird brainers. Finally, something new. Still to repeat, the Team Rocket Grunts do not, right now, have any of the newer Pokemon. That's kind of expected. Noctowl is more special defense anyways. What was that supposed to do also? I don't know. I'm just sitting here playing a game, what do I know? Now I actually need to switch Starmie around, which seems very contradictory, but the thing is, we've already established what happens if I don't switch Starmie around. There's a couple berries. Berry. And another Hoppip. Also need to make sure I actually save before I do anything else. They're the bird brainers. This is Pokemon, not Yu-Gi-Oh! What are you doing in here, Chaz Princeton? I think that's his name. Unless his name is Chad Princeton. I think it's Chaz. I don't know. Maybe Chaos might know. He hasn't watched these videos though, so I don't know if he's even inquiring on that. Here. And the third bird brainer. He's a beak man, huh? He likes to be pecked. That's strange, though. He has a Pidgeotto and not a Pidgeot. It's also still strange that they have first evolution Pokemon anyways. I didn't make these games. Mom, I'm scared. These people are weird. They're talking weird things about birds. I guess Sentret isn't in this area. I thought it was. Metal coats. He buried his onyx in the dirt. That's messed up if you think about it. The place is called Memorial Pillar. Was it always Memorial Pillar and just happened for him to just bury his onyx there? Or was it only called Memorial Pillar after he buried his onyx? In which case, what was this place known as before that? So, now we got, once again, Dance Magic Dance and go upwards further. Let's change to a place called Resort Gorgeous. Brings a new type of Pokemon trainer, Painter. And a new Pokemon to fight, Smeargle. Strangely enough, some of these Pokemon that we're encountering we can't find on either Fire Red nor Leaf Green. Smeargle's one of them. You can find an Emerald though. And Colosseum. Friends Retreat. Also a new trainer, and a rich trainer at that, because in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, the richer class individuals would give you a lot of money when you beat them. That's a lot of money from just one trainer. Imagine the rematches. I was trying to initiate a double battle and I forgot double battles don't work this way in Fire Red, Leaf Green. They don't even in Ruby and Sapphire. They only operate that way in Emerald. This is an Emerald. I know that the game cartridge is green, but it's the wrong type of green. That's weird. That is weird. water type Pokemon, or are you just being weird? You're just being weird. You do realize what'll happen if you put an electric sheep inside of a swimming pool, right? For one, you'll ruin its wool. More importantly, you'll probably zap the heck out of the pool, potentially killing your Mareep. You're a bad trainer. It won't be this episode. It'll probably either be next episode or 2 episodes from now. But we will eventually get Venusaur's move that has been missing. And that's the last move that we actually need to teach the Pokemon. Give me that 20,000 Pokedollars. Close enough. I wonder if this is a repeat bury in the sand, or just a once in a lifetime buried in the sand. Don't know if I'll have the ability to kind of test that. Well, one way or another, we're getting more stuff, so. There's a boy running around, and I guarantee you's probably a new type of trainer as well. At least I hope it is. Nope. Nope, nope. This Pokemon is also not new. That's also not new. You're boring. I don't care if that was super effective. You're boring. Not to say that it makes much of a difference, but do at least wanted to point out that this is being recorded at the same time the previous episode is being rendered. So I did actually try to do 2 episodes back to back. Just for the sake of the fact that when this episode, well, when the last episode is going live, it'll be on Thursday instead of Wednesday. Because Wednesday is today, which is the day that I'm recording this episode. Today's episode is going up on Friday like it's supposed to. House is empty. Selfie's house. What kind of name is Selfie? But first, let me take a selfie. What do you mean it agrees with you? Next up. barrier sucks. All my homies hate barrier. It's not a bad move, it's just an annoying move to go up against. Of course, to the Pokemon Company, it is considered a bad move. Why else would they completely remove it? Lost Cave. So we are going to get lost in the Lost Cave. So there's, just like with Icefall Cave, a Pokemon that you can find that has a hard, I don't know why I said a hard like that, encounter rate. It's also got a unique mechanic that I don't think was introduced to a Pokemon game before. I could be incorrect on that though. Level 59. So, there will be something going on right after this fight. And that'll be me leaving. There's a few reasons why I did want to leave. One of the reasons, specifically, is because I wanted to go back to heal my team. Another reason is I don't want to explore Lost Cave quite yet, not until it has its own separate episode. Because of the fact that Lost Cave is going to be one of those that has a lot of weird tricks to it. And it also is one of those that you have to repeatedly explore in order to find a whole bunch of hidden items. Another reason I wanted to go back is a final passing thought from just the general encounters that I had with the main gameplay footage. The only Pokemon that on its own, because I've gone through and I fought all the trainers, the only Pokemon I have not encountered at all is Clefable, Poliwrath, Golem, Scyther, Electabuzz, Magmar, Ditto, which actually was the Pokemon I was trying to find earlier in Pokemon, well, that one route on the one episode. Vaporeon, Jolteon, I want to say that's Porygon, Ammonite, Amistar, Kabutops, although I could have if I looked at the fossil in the Pokemon Museum. Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, and Dratini. Everything else had been encountered on its own. Just from trainer battles or just regular wild encounters. Magmar is really the only, well, Magmar and Ditto, technically, are the only two that had regular wild encounters, but the chances of finding them were low. Everything else I've officially encountered that I could from all the trainers that I was fighting directly. So, next episode around, we will be going through to try to actually explore Lost Cave. We'll also try to do it repeatedly so I can show you guys all the different items you can get. And we will continue on forward more with the post-game content. So we'll see you guys in the next episode.